Hey, welcome to the series of everything you need to know about Python in simplest possible way. In our previous videos, while discussing strings, we have discussed so many methods in order to manipulate strings, right? So as part of that, in this video, we will be seeing some of the methods which are used to manipulate the strings. So for that reason, what I will be taking is that first I will take a string. So by using these strings, we will be discussing all of these methods that we have. So what I will be doing is that I will take input here. So input, I am asking enter text here. So by using this text string that we will be using to understand all of these methods. So first we have in our list which is upper. Upper is used to convert the strings that we are having to its uppercase characters. So it will be creating new object whenever we call this particular upper, and that will be returned. So which means that we cannot modify the existing string, rather it will create a new string object that we will be returning and using further if we wanted. So in order to understand, what I will be doing is that I am taking the string that what we are taking by input, calling this particular upper method. So now if I execute this, let's say I will assign this to some other string because we will be getting an object by calling this particular string, right? So I am taking one more string which is upper string, and last we will be printing this particular upper string. So now I will use this particular thing in order to execute. So now if I execute this, it was asking to enter text. I will give in lowercase letter so that we can able to get the result in the uppercase letter. So I will give like and subscribe here. So now if I give this particular text, and we can see the result that is printing, which is like and subscribe in the uppercase characters, you can see. So in order to understand, I will mention this particular upper result here. So after that we can print and see the result. So now if I execute this with some other example, have you liked? So now if I execute this, we can see the upper result which is have you liked. So like this we can convert this particular lowercase characters to uppercase characters by using this particular upper method. So let us go ahead and see how we can convert this particular uppercase character to lowercase characters. So this particular string that what we have defined, that will be used all these particular methods. We don't need to define that particular thing one more time again and again. So now in order to understand, I will be using that particular string that what we have. So I was calling this particular lower method, and I will be assigning this particular thing, this particular lower method to some lower string here. So as like in the above string, this particular lower method also create a new object whenever it is called, and that object will be returned. So which means that the existing object, the existing string won't be changed and a new object will be returned. So now at last I will print this particular lower string string. So now if I execute this, and have you liked? So now what we need to do is that we need to take this particular input, right? So for that reason we again and again need to take this. So I am mentioning this particular thing because we need to take input, right? So for that we need to execute that one more time. So now if I execute this, before execution I will mention something to understand clearly. I am mentioning lower here, lower string. So now if I execute this, it was asking to enter text. I will give the text in the uppercase character so that we can able to see the result in the lowercase character. I am giving have you subscribed. So now if I give this particular string, we can able to see the result in the here, which is have you subscribed coming in the lowercase characters, though we are giving the input in the uppercase character. This is the one of the example that we can see in order to understand and conversion of this uppercase to lowercase. We will give one more string here. So are you enjoying this video? So I am giving this particular string here, and if I give this string, we can able to see the result which is in the lowercase characters here. So later we will be understanding this particular capitalize. So I am taking the same string here, so to understand this particular capitalize. So what this capitalize do is that whenever we are giving any string, the first character will be converted to capitalized. The remaining characters remains in the lowercase itself. So for that, in order to understand this, I will take a string cap string here. So I'm calling this particular string by using this particular capitalize here. So I am giving, I am calling this particular capitalize, and we are assigning this particular thing which is with the capped string. So we are printing this particular cap string so that we can able to see the result. Before that, we will mention something which is like cap here. So that itself is enough to understand. So now if I execute this, it was asking to enter text. I will give the text is that comment below. So we are giving the text as comment below. You can see the result which is coming. The first character, which is nothing but C here. C is only coming in the capitalized character. All of these things are in the smaller case itself. Let's say I will give some other string comment. I will give the remaining thing in capital case. So now if I give this, it was still coming, the first character is only coming in the capitalized character, and the remaining thing, though we are giving this particular here in the capital case, it was converting that capital case into lower case, that we can see here. You can observe here and here. The first character is only need to be in the capital case. So that is what the functionality that we can observe through this particular capitalize. It is also not modifying the existing string, rather it is giving a new object. So because strings are immutable, let us understand this particular thing with the title. So I will take the same example here, same thing in order to take input. So now I will assign the whatever the thing that we will be doing. I am calling this particular title with this particular string. So I am assigning this particular string, resulting string to title string. So after that, I will be printing this particular title string here. So before that, I will be mentioning title, and after that, I will be printing this particular title string here. So now if I execute this, what we are doing here is that we are taking input of strings. We are calling this particular title method by using this particular string, that what we are taking as input. So after that, we are printing this particular result. If I execute this, it was asking to give text. I will give, let's say I will be giving all the strings in the lowercase characters so that we can able to get the result perfectly. So here I will be mentioning share with your friends. So now if I give this text, it was coming as the first character in this word S is in the uppercase, and the first character in the second word in the uppercase, and the first character in the another word in the uppercase, and the first character in the another word in the uppercase. Like this, every word in this particular string that what we have given are coming, the first string is coming in the uppercase and the remaining strings are coming in the lowercase. Let's say if I give some other string with the uppercase, and we will see the result. So I am giving the same string in the uppercase. All strings are uppercase. Share with your friends. So I am giving this particular string, and you can still see the result. The first characters of all the words coming in the uppercase. That is what the functionality of this particular title. So the first characters will be converted to uppercase, and the remaining characters will be converted to lowercase. Whatever the case that we are providing this particular functionality of this particular title, and it is also creating a new object rather than modifying the existing string. So later we will be discussing this particular swap case here. I am taking the same input to understand this particular swap case. What this swap case do is that when we pass the characters in the lower case, it will convert them to uppercase, and when we pass characters in the uppercase, that will be converted to lower case. So now I will be using this particular string in order to understand this particular swap case. I am calling this particular string. I am using this particular string to call this particular swap case. I'm using this particular swap case, and the result object, it is also created a new object rather than modifying the existing string. Because the strings are immutable, I am assigning to swap string here. So after that, I will print swap string here. I mention swap and I will print this particular swap string. So now if I execute this, and I will give string maybe in the lowercase, some characters in the lowercase and some characters in the uppercase. Hello, how are you? So here we are giving this particular first characters of hello and H and W in this how and U Y in the U. So now if I give this particular string, you can see the result. Apart from this particular H, all the words E L L O are coming in the uppercase because H is in the uppercase, it was converted to lowercase. H E L L O in the lowercase, it was converted to uppercase. After that, H and W in the uppercase, that is converted to lowercase. O is converted to uppercase. Like this, every character is swapped with this particular opposite cases. If we are passing lowercase, that will be converted to uppercase. If we are passing uppercase, that will be converted to lowercase. Like this particular swap case will be having this particular functionality. Let us see one more thing that we are having, which is nothing but this particular casefold. Casefold act like a similar to lower. That is what we are seeing here. Apart from that, it was having one more unique functionality, which is when we have given the strings which are not as part of the ASCII values. Yes, we have known ASCII values through it. So if you don't know, watch my video about ASCII codes and the conversion of ASCII to characters to ASCII codes, that you can understand more clearly about this particular ASCII codes. When we don't have the ASCII codes, that will be not converted with this particular lower method. So that will be converted by using this particular casefold. So by default, simply you can observe and remember this particular casefold as when we have uppercase characters, that will be converted to lowercase characters. Apart from that, when we have non-ASCII values, that is also converted. So first we will be seeing with the normal uppercase character conversion to lowercase character conversion. I am using this particular string and calling this particular casefold here. So after that, I am assigning this to case string here. So after that, I will print this particular case string. So now if I execute this, it was asking to give text here. I will give text in the uppercase characters. Hello, HELLO, hello world here. So if I give this particular string, it was converted all the characters that what I have given to the lowercase character. So I will give another string. I have this particular string with me. I am giving this particular string and we are having this particular B in a different shape, right? So this B is equal to SS. So in German, this B is equal to SS. And if I give this, we are getting the result SS and remaining things are same as it is. So by this you can able to understand this particular capital S also converted to lowercase. So that is what the functionality of this casefold, which is similar to lower. And one more uniqueness is that this particular non-ASCII codes will also be converted to lowercase. So I hope you can understand all of these methods that we have in order to manipulate strings. When we use upper, the lowercase characters converted to uppercase characters. When we use lower, the uppercase characters converted to lowercase characters. When we use capitalize, the first characters of the string will be converted to uppercase characters. When we use title, all the words first character will be converted to uppercase characters. When we use swap case, when we have uppercase characters, that will be converted to lowercase characters. And when we have lowercase characters, that will be converted to uppercase characters. At last, we have this particular casefold, which is having the similar functionality of lower. Apart from that, when we have non-ASCII codes, that those are also converted to lowercase characters. So now I hope you can able to understand all of these methods to manipulate strings. In all of these methods, one thing you need to observe is that these methods does not affecting the original string, rather it was creating a new string with a new object. That is what this particular method is doing, because strings are immutable. So if you found this video interesting, hit the like button. So thank you for watching this video. Like this, we are so many methods in order to manipulate strings that we will be discussing in our next video. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.